Hello. Hello, team. Someone give me a message to let me know we've gone live whilst I open this Amazon box. Good evening, Ross. Oh, I made a pig's ear of this. There we go. Good evening, Philip. Good evening, Mikey's Wargaming. How are we today? Are we all good? Good evening, Mark. Oh. Good evening, Dom. Oh. There's so little room in this room for maneuvering. Perfect. What's in the box? What's in the box? In the box is a really useful box. Because I've decided that the transport... The answer to the question of how to transport the demons is to build a magnetic case. That is one thing that I need to do, and I'm going to be following Duncan's tutorial for that. So I need to do that. And I also need to finish the basing on the pink horrors. Right, this should work. Hey! It's perfect. How is everyone else? What's everyone else working on? We are approaching the end game now. Have you got boxes for the infantry size models? Yes, I do. I've got cases aplenty. I've got, you know, I've got one of every Games Workshop case ever made, apart from the small little like Kill Team ones. But yeah, I've got cases for that. It's just for the Great Demons. Trying to put them in a what's it called? Crusade case was something I just did not fancy doing. So now we're going to check to make sure that they all fit in here. They should. I measured it out. Ooh. Oh, it's tight. But yes, it all fits. Perfect. So, we'll deal with that in just a little bit. But we know that they all fit, which is exactly what we needed. Whew! Hello, everybody. Hello, properly. I got them from my army, and I get a magnet sheet for the box and washers under the models. I find it's better way than having metal sheet and magnets on bottom of models. No, that's fair enough. I mean, that's one of the things I need to test is do the magnets actually stick, which we'll do in a minute. But I thought I would chat to you guys for a few minutes first, and then we'll do some basilicanum grey. Then we'll mess around with the box, and then we'll do some more dry brushing, I suspect. I'm also going to eat a fudge, a little chocolatey injection. So can everyone hear me all right? Everyone hear the music all right? Everyone see all right? You can see my hands. This bloody thing. So tall. Delicious fudge. Good places to pick and mix at like B&Q. Okay. I did think about using this box, my KR case. But I don't know if I could get the because it is a bit foamy at the bottom. I don't know if I can get the magnetic sheet to adhere to the bottom very well. Actually, a bit of dust in there. I get the feeling that the super glue will just melt the foamy inside, the soft inside. Although I suppose we could always just see if the magnet's actually magnetized to the case. And then if that happens, I don't have to mess about. I swear I had two different sizes of magnet. I definitely do. No, they do not. No, they do on the screw. But I guess a sensible thing to do actually now would just be to check that the magnetic sheet does work, doesn't it? Wouldn't it? That would be sensible. Should we be sensible, team? Let's be sensible. Let's just check it. Keep them away from the Mac. Oh, for sure. That would be heartbreaking. Given us a Tale of Many Warhipsters is currently still uploading. I wonder if they'll stick through the bottom. No. greater demons. The other thing I have to do is glue Bellicor. He's not been glued. Hey Kataro, how you doing? Oh, it's weighty, this stuff. It doesn't feel like it's doing very much, but... Good evening, Chewy. What do we reckon, guys? Like 5 or 6 magnets per base? Is it the shiny side or is it the matte side that you want to do it on? Dom, you'll know. I mean, it doesn't really matter, I suppose. It's definitely magnetic. Hello, Tabletop Ready. Glue for Bellicor doesn't have the same... Glue for Bellicor doesn't have the same ring as blood for the blood god. I think there should be an H in there, in that somewhere, but I don't know where. I think it might have to be on the matte side. So there's like... I think the matte side is probably the better option. Okay. So, he needs some glue. Because this is the transport solution for him now. I mean, I'm also going to put some foam in there. To just make sure that it's extra special. Just get out of the way, magnets. So we are just going to use a teensy tiny little bit of super glue on Bellicor's feet. Like that. Need to make sure we get this the right way around. There we go. That's job number 1. Let's move him out of the way for now. Put him over there. He can live over there. It's a good place for him to live. Okay, so job number 1. What size magnets are you using? They're 5mm. I'm pretty certain. I've got 2. They're that size, which really doesn't help, does it? That many. Oh, they're 3x2. 3mm 3x2. Yeah. I'm pretty certain. I reckon 3 or 4 per base will be enough to keep them steady. And that's the aim of the game. Just want to keep them steady. It's going to be one of those things where people are like, hey, you can turn it upside down. Make sure they all go on the same way or you lose unit cohesion on the table. Very good. Very good. I don't need unit cohesion for migrated demons. They'll be fine. And like I said, I'm not going to be magnetizing all of the pink horrors and bloodletters and demonettes and things. They're just going to go in a normal case. So, all that remains is to do the bases on this lot. It's exciting stuff. Probably not just magnetize those in a place where I can't see them. So, I ended up with a squig lump because of the magnets. The squigs have combined it like Megazord. Or Voltron. Are these magnetized to each other? They feel like they are. Yeah, they are. That's fun. Completely unrelated to your Greater Demons, I now own a Nightbringer. Ooh. A Nightbringer, you say? They're a bit good. Right. I need this pot of Basilicanum Grey. Yes. And I need this janky brush. No. This janky brush. So, Mr. Gretchen always end having it. And my Gretchen. I see. I need to show you a message, Tabletop Ready. You are hidden for your naughty use of the word orgy, which I have now said out loud. So here we go then. We get the Basilicanum Grey on. Then we mess around with offcuts and magnetizing. This is just going to take a little while. We're also going to do any of the rocks and things that they're standing on with the Basilicanum Grey. For ease of time. just going to move the Keeper of Secrets, no, Lord of Change, out of the way just a little bit, because I don't want to accidentally splodge Basilicanum Grey on him. It would be a bit cool, wouldn't it, guys? If you could have a thing that counts as 5 models, and you build it as 5 separate models, but then, if you want to, halfway through the game, rather than combat squadding, you can Megazord up. And you just bring them all together to be one great big... one great big thing. That would be really cool. Give it a give it an Ursus claw and it'd be the most popular miniature of all times. I wish they made little like 32mm dioramas that had like sections for your bases cut out where you could just pop them in. There's a really good one that Battles for Middle-earth did of Balin's Tomb. Don't know if you guys know that or have seen it. It's really, really nice. It's very simple, very effective. It's very cool. I just wish Games Workshop made more of those types of things. That you could just stick your best painted squad of men's into. Five lieutenants painting them, piloting the Megazord. Why exactly? Did you see that episode of Rick and Morty? Yes, I did. Damn, 5 Primaris lieutenants. Yeah, I mean, you could just have 5 Primaris lieutenants, kind of create a human pyramid, or a human Primarius. Jordan Knapp, Bossman, will you be painting the dragons? I will be painting the dragons. I will be painting the Stormdrake Guard. I will be painting Krondys, and I will be painting Karazai. No one can come between me and those miniatures. Not even my mother. I will be doing all of them. You will get Krondys and you will get Karazai. You will get a tutorial for both. Maybe even a 2-parter for both. So 4 whole videos. Maybe. I doubt that. They look like reasonably simple paint schemes to me. Having painted a Lord of Change recently, I feel very confident about painting literally anything. Does your mother often stop you from buying models? She used to. You know, you'd have to buy all the individual parts in both the untransformed and transformed states, and no one would sell out. And one would sell out instantly with no more releasing. Yeah, no, you're probably right. That is probably what would happen. Everyone knows that in Codex Megazord, the head is the best thing, so just buy 5 heads. This is the only way to run Codex Megazord. By the way, the 40k competitive meta is dying. Everything's so terrible because Admech and Drakari are so good. The entire edition is made just for us and we still don't think that's good enough. Sorry. I've been writing a video about my feelings recently about all things Warhammer. I had to start it again because it got a bit too real. Because there is a video I want to make, just kind of about all things Warhammer. And just Warhammer, not Games Workshop. It's nothing to do with Games Workshop. Just all things Warhammer. The way Warhammer is right now. The way we engage with Warhammer right now. There is a video I desperately want to make, because I'm not going to lie to you guys. It can be a struggle. It can be a real struggle to like Warhammer. And that's what I find very interesting. Is that when I was growing up, liking Warhammer was the weird thing. And you were made fun of by people who didn't get it. People who just, you know, had nothing to do with Warhammer. Just didn't understand it. And now, as an adult, you get made of for liking Warhammer. Because you like Games Workshop by the very people you thought were just like you. You know, because everyone out there is making constant content to bash Games Workshop and Warhammer in general. I was really sad last week. I was very sad last week because of the Army Painter speed paints. And I wasn't sad because of the Army Painter speed paints. I was sad because of the way people reacted to them. I might have talked about this already on the stream. So I apologise for those who've heard me talk about this. It must seem like a broken record, but I haven't seen any Army Painter paints. Any Army Painter speed paint videos that weren't in some way designed to bash Games Workshop. It was all, is this the end of contrast paint? GW, take a hint from these guys. This is how you market stuff. GW in trouble with announcement of speed paints. But it's just like, just stop. Just stop. So, it's rough. Shall I get it all off my chest to you guys now, and then I'll also make the video if you enjoy me getting it off my chest, and then, you know, we can get a bunch of subscribers of people subscribing to the channel just to hate. I honestly, like, it's so sad. It is so sad. Like, and I hate hearing all of the defense. I hate it. Because whenever I criticize people for clickbaity articles, the fans will say, oh, they just do it for clicks. Like, it's fine. Like, the video content isn't about that. I'm like, but it is. The video content is about that. They always bring it back to that question. Even if they say things like, you know, Games Workshop is the worst company ever. Even if that's the title of the video, and then you say, oh, they've just done that for the clicks. It's fine. You go and watch the video, and they go, today we're going to be answering whether or not Games Workshop is the worst company ever. And it's like, and it just makes you feel stupid. Like, this is the thing. I've been feeling stupid the last couple of days. I've been feeling really stupid because, like, I'm sat here just like, do I just not see it? Am I just a shill? You know, am I somebody who, like, am I ignorant? Am I stupid? Like, Are they... Is there some, like, nefarious grand plot that I just refuse to see because I'm blinded by my love of Warhammer 40,000 and Warhammer Age of Sigmar? Is that who I am? Is that who I've become? Do I need to open my eyes? Do I need to do my own research? And it's not a nice position to be in. It's not a nice feeling to have. And you know, I feel sorry for anybody who... I feel sorry for internet shoppers. You know, like... Social media has got a lot to answer for, but like... Throughout the pandemic, it was the only way of engaging in Warhammer 40,000. I was on the internet. It's the only way. You could buy stuff online. But now, like, if you are a shopper and you go on a high street, if you visit London, let's say you visit London, you're walking up and down Oxford Circus, and you end up going as far as Tottenham Court Road, and you walk into Warhammer Tottenham Court Road, and you are just blown away by it. You've just gone and done, you know, Forbidden Planet, let's say, but you've never really been interested in Warhammer, but then you see that amazing Tottenham Court Road store, you know, the one that's just moved. And you go in and you have an intro and you talk to them and you learn all about Warhammer and you think it's great, and you know, but you don't really want to commit, or you don't want to like try and fly home with it, or whatever reason you don't buy on the spot, but it sticks with you when you get home. So you go on the internet and you do what loads of people do now, where it's like, I'm interested in buying the new LG TV. I might go and look at it in Richer Sounds or something, but then I'm going to go and read about it afterwards. If I go on YouTube, which is generally the point of call for most people, where they go, a review of Warhammer. If I go on YouTube and I search Warhammer 40,000, sometimes when I search it, I just see hundreds of videos convincing me that I shouldn't get involved. And you watch those videos and they say things like, I'm concerned that Games Workshop is turning away new people by doing this heinous crime of asking us to pay money for stuff. And it's like, no, I'm sorry. Judge a book by its cover. People see a thumbnail and they go, oh, that says this thing's crap. I'm not going to go for that. Why would I? YouTube is sat here. Almighty YouTube. All-knowing YouTube. Maybe I go on Google and I decide to, you know, read blog posts from people or whatever. And it's the same thing all the time. And it just drains me. It's so draining to try and just always kind of stay upbeat and positive. Because that's the other issue, like, from my side of it. I will catch up on the chat in just a minute, guys. From my side of it, I'm trying to grow a business. I'm trying to grow a YouTube channel. And I find it really hard to get places. You know, I've been making painting content, and I've been making other bits of content. I've been streaming now for a good couple of months, you know, and I love it. I love doing it. Because I'm doing it about something that I love. I'm doing it about, you know, Warhammer, which is incredible to me, and it's been a real haven for me in some sort of seriously dark times and some difficult times, and it's been my friend for a very, very long time. You know, these models that I spend my waking hours thinking about, painting, playing with, building, the story I have read over 25 years. I'm 31. For 25 years this has been a part of my life. It has been in my brain. You know? It's so hard to keep being upbeat and positive when the whole world around you is telling you that you shouldn't be. And you just keep fighting through it, and it's draining. It's so draining. Especially when, you know, channels, and I mean, I'm on YouTube, right? All YouTubers are somewhat competitive with each other. They just are. I sometimes refuse to, you know, describe myself as a YouTuber, because I don't want that kind of, when other kind of content creators or YouTubers, whenever I'm talking to them, they don't kind of bristle up and go, oh, okay, you and I can't be like bosom buddies because we're in competition for the market share, right? It sucks when you put out your 200th video that is about how awesome AN model is, and you look up that model to see how it's doing, or you go on YouTube and you search for that model, and your model painting video is second below a video that says why X faction failed from GW's terrible rules writing, or Games Workshop needs to sort out X, all that kind of thing. It's heartbreaking. And like, I have a kind of little process through which I do that, through which I check how my videos are, you know, how they're presenting, because I like to see what content's being surrounded around it. Firstly, I search it myself with my own thing to see, you know, if, based on the fact that I created it, it surfaces at the top. And it usually does. But I also have I have my personal email address, which is what I use for, you know, my Amazon account, for example. I log into that and I go and see by searching for the video and seeing what that is. And then I have another, like, sort of anonymous account that is, you know, doesn't have years and years of my browsing history to kind of determine that it wants me to look at my thing. And every time I go onto that third account to see, my video will be there. Even if I search like how to paint contrast blah blah blah, it will be like, oh, okay, so we've got how to paint contrast Bloodthirster, but that's in second place behind an open letter to Games Workshop. I'm like, oh god. It's just pervasive and it's unfortunate and I hate it. So yeah, like, I feel a bit low at the moment. In terms of the grander scheme of things. My love for this is never going to go, and, you know, I love talking to all of you guys. You guys are amazing. And you are my little island of sanity. This is it, because, like, what happens is I get these feelings and I have these things where I go through these motions where it just gets me down, and then I come and do one of these streams and all of you are there chatting away, and I realize, no, we're not the weirdos. We're the good guys, you know? And, like, honestly, you guys are such a lifeline for me. You know, I can deal with a video not doing well. I can. You know, it sucks. Like, you know, you work really hard on a video and then you put it out and nobody really watches it. That's fine. Like, I get that. What I don't like is, you know, just how much bile there is. But you guys are just the best, and you make doing this worth it. Everybody who's part of a little Patreon family, everybody who's part of the Discord, everybody who's on the stream, all of you, honestly, you make my week so much. Cheer me up. Like, I sent a picture of this army. This is the last thing. I sent a picture of this army into a WhatsApp group that I use used to be part of. I'm no longer a part of that WhatsApp group anymore. Saying, well, it's finally over. Fully contrast painted 2,000 point demons. Really excited for Goonhammer. The response back was, speed paint looks better than that crap. And I was like, what? Yeah, new speed points, better than the contrast stuff. You should have waited until they were out, then you could have done a better job. And I was like, I don't think I could have done a better job, thank you. So I left. I was like, no, I'm not putting up with this anymore. And that wasn't because it was directed at me. It wasn't like a comment on my... I know it wasn't really a comment because he messaged me afterwards. He was like, I don't think you've done a bad job. And I was like, no, but like... You've done that because you hate Games Workshop. For some reason, you just have a raging hard-on for cursing anything Games Workshop's name. That's why. And I just copped it. You know, this guy, he always has a problem with everything. Constantly. I've said this before, but Games Workshop is an Enron, for God's sake. It's not Shell. It's not Nestle. It's not Coca-Cola. It's not Amazon. They're not as evil as you think they are. Grow up. Ugh. What do you reckon, guys? Do you reckon that video is too... If I make that into a video, that rant there, do you think that's too... Because what's the positive spin here? What is the positive spin? Like, what's the action that we can take? Like, we as hobbyists have to stop encouraging people to do clickbait. And that is an impossible thing, because no one is beholden to an agreement to stop doing a certain thing. Like, even if I could message everyone who makes YouTube videos, even I could message all of them and say, hey guys, look, let's just collectively agree that from now on, we're going to not be dicks. Right? Let's just collectively agree that. They'll all do it, and then, you know, everyone's videos will still get the same amount of clicks, but the person who then does one clickbait thing above everyone else, they're the one that gains the great market share. You know? And that's why you can never agree. It's not the content creators, it's the audience. And again, that's a very difficult thing, isn't it? Like, how do you influence an audience? Well, you influence an audience by getting a greater market share, by being bigger and being more popular. And my channel is growing, but it's growing very slowly. It grows a lot slower than those that do the clickbait thing. Sure, I could put out a video about speed paint. I could put up things like, should I bin my contrast? Is this the end of Contrast Plus for the Warhipster? I could put that out. I'm not going to. What you are going to see is what it looks like. The Army Painter speed paints. What you are going to see is Army Painter speed paints and contrast. Can they work together? Army Painter and speed paints, you know, compare and contrast. And what you are going to see is this Blood Angel Space Marine painted with speed paints and contrast paints. You are going to see all of those videos if I get all of the speed paints. It's not going to be GW lied to us. Speed paint is the savior. I don't get it. Anyway. That's my TED talk over. Because I don't know what the answer is. The answer is to block out the haters. Which is hard to do. Because the other thing is they're not on my channel. They are other channels. And they're not on my they're not coming on my channel telling me I'm wrong. That's the thing. I'm just seeing other content being posted and being sad about it. It's not like people are, you know, swamping my videos, just being like, this is terrible. Or, you shill. You know, that's not what's happening. I'm just... It's like the temperature's too hot, you know? Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. That makes sense to me. Get yourself a new group. I've got a new group, Tabletop Ready. It's this group. It's you guys. You are my group. You are my people. You are my tribe. You are the Warhipsters. Philip, I can't forgive GW for killing off squats though. I mean, that's fair enough. I can't forgive GW for giving dragons to Stormcast and giving us cows instead. Do you know what, Jordan? I think there's a third part of the Lumineth. Only it's not the Lumineth. I think the third part of the Lumineth is Tyrion. And with Tyrion will come people like Imric, the Storm Prince, the Dragon Prince of Calador. I think that's where you'll get like light dragons of light. I think I got a feeling that that's what will happen, because we haven't got Tyrion yet, but he's definitely around, and I'm very excited to see like a blind god with a, you know, the sword of Cain. Not that it will be, but like, oh. Especially if there's some way of having it so that he interacts with the Teclis miniature to make it look like them, as they are the twins. Oh. Oh. I'm going to show you a message, Jordan. We're all adults here. I think Tyrion will be on a rather large phoenix. I swear if Imric comes back, I may make glue. In his undergarments. I think I may as well. Yeah. I know. Make the video but don't release it like writing a letter. Best way is to rise above it and produce better content. These people have had success with a negative video, so chase more of it. Do you know what I likened it to when I was writing my script? We've all had this experience, right? Or most of us have. At least us old war horses who've been doing this for a long time have had this experience. When I was younger, when I was a young warthog, all Games Workshop shops used to be multi-staff. There used to be 3 or 4 of them. Before the recession. So when I was like 7, 8, maybe 8, 9. And there used to be the manager, and then there would be an extra part-timer, and then there would be a guy, and you weren't really sure if he worked there or if he didn't work there. Sometimes he did and sometimes he didn't, but either way, there was always a guy, and he was sat at the hobby table painting. He wouldn't say anything to you when you walked in, but he would criticize every single thing that you purchased, or every single thing that you said to the manager, or the other staff member or to your friends, everything you said, this guy would tut, he would sigh, he would laugh, because whatever it was you were doing was wrong. Now, this guy still exists today. He still goes into the shop, and when, a new kid comes in and is like, I really like the Blue Space Marines, you'll hear these people go, Ultramarines are rubbish. You'll hear that guy. That guy is there. But we've all had it. Now, when I was younger, the part I didn't like about going into Games Workshop was I felt embarrassed for what I wanted to buy. Not the model. I just felt like I would go and I'd be like, I'd like a land speeder, please. And that guy would be like, of course, children don't know what they're doing. And I'm like, don't you dare. Nowadays, I'm like, if only I'd been an adult at the time, because I would have said, don't you dare criticize me for enjoying this thing the way I want to enjoy it. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. That guy, a lot of those guys got fired. A lot of those guys moved on. They all went on YouTube. And they're still doing it to this day. Except it's more insidious, because it's not like directly directed at you. It's not like, hey, you there at home, the one who just bought those Primaris Space Marines, you are the worst thing about the hobby. No, that person sits there and goes, playing the game of 40k, there's no point now because AdMech are broken and Drakari are broken. There's no point playing 40k now competitively because it's all Games Workshop's fault. No. It's not Games Workshop's fault. Do you know whose fault it is? It's the people on YouTube's fault. When I was a kid, there was absolutely no way of finding out what the most broken list was. I didn't have the internet. I couldn't. There's no going on the internet and going like, what's the best thing, and then buying that. Every single time somebody, a big channel, puts out a video that is, these are the most disgusting broken thing in the codex, they're so good, everyone should take them. Guess what? Everyone goes out and buys them. And then that very same person then makes another video saying, Games Workshop only made that thing so powerful so that they could sell it. No, they didn't. You're the one who just sold 3,000 AdMech planes. I don't know how these people don't get it. I don't understand. If I had 500,000 people subscribe to my channel, and I put out a thing saying that Be'lakor was broken, and I gave you a strategy for using him that seemed broken, and I created a scenario in which he definitely came across as broken. So, like, I put him against, something, and then we kind of re-rolled it and refilmed it a couple of times. So, he, like, wiped, like, 2 knights in a turn of combat, right? Let's say that. Let's say I do that. Guess what happens the next day? Be'lakor is sold out. A week later, when I'm then at a tournament and everybody's using Be'lakor, and then I put a video out saying, they only made Be'lakor as good as he is so that they could sell Be'lakor. I'm like, no, I have the responsibility here. How I don't take the responsibility for this, I don't understand. You're XGW, aren't you? I am. Yeah. I worked in a store for 7-8 months. 6-7-8 months. DEFCON C. I missed the vibe in the store back then, but not those people. Yeah, I mean, I used to go to a beginner's night when I was very young. I used to go to a beginner's night on a Saturday whilst my parents were doing stuff in town. And it was always good fun because it was just a bunch of kids smashing toys together. And there was a couple of staff as well. So it was, it was easier that way. When I ran a store and I did beginners stuff and there's like 8 or 9 people and I'm the only one, I couldn't give everybody the thing that they wanted. Just a little bit. Couldn't give everyone the time that I think they deserved. And Alex, me and the wife went to Liverpool's GW last week. Super positive stuff. No, they do a really good job now of hiring, generally. Generally. Sometimes they get a bit of a dud. I mean, I probably was a dud. The Drukhari models are cheap, so making them good don't make them loads of money. Exactly. Jordan says, I just felt judged for liking little plastic men by other people. Yeah. I did too. Definitely, as a kid. It was weird, is what people used to tell me. Why do you want to sit in and do that when we can go outside and play with sticks? I might want to sit in here and do this. I used to make airfix and all that kind of stuff. They're all convinced 3D printing is better. Do you know what my favourite thing about 3D printing is? The 3D printing argument. When they say 3D printing is going to replace Games Workshop and that Games Workshop should just sell STL files for like £2.50 and let us print our own armies. My favourite thing about that is Games Workshop's been using 3D printing for years. Decades. All of the proofs that they do, all of the, the design concepts they do, they're all 3D printed. They're way ahead of you. You mean blister packs like these, Dom? Astra Militarum Regimental Advisors. I'm telling you. I'm an old school guy. I think they could do with releasing smaller sets for those younger peeps with no money. My kids, basically. Well, they did do that. I mean, they have the... I don't know what they're called now, but like... There's the Recruit Edition. Isn't there? Like, that's 25 quid? I don't know if they still do it, but in AOS 1 and in 40k 8th edition, they did do the little Stormcast and the Blood Reavers and... Sorry, the Bloodbound, Khorne Bloodbound packs where you got like 3 Liberators and like 4 Blood Reavers or whatever in 2 different packs. And they were a tenner. Something like that. Like the Retributors. You could get 2 Retributors. And then 40k did it similarly with the Reavers and the Intercessors. I don't know if they still do those. They were really good. When I first got back in, I asked the 18-year-old GW store worker if they still did blister packs. He looked at me like I was imagining it. I remember, kid. Are you going to paint the Shrine Luminor? I've got one and I don't want to cock it up. I am going to paint the Shrine Luminor. Yes. I'm going to do everything, Jordan. Every single thing that I haven't done yet for Lumineth is getting a video. Endless Spells, the Shrine Luminor, the stuff from Warhammer Underworlds, the hammers, the llamas, the fox, all of it. Every character as well. It's all going to get videos. I promise. I've just got stuff I need to finish. And then there will be a time where you guys will actually want me to stop painting Lumineth. I guarantee you are. You're going to be like, oh God, enough. Enough of the Lumineth. And I'll be like, no. Every single thing. Joke on this Lumineth. I know, Jordan. I know. I'm hoping against hope. I've recently found that I have acquired something called warp speed. Now, I am able to paint things like a Keeper of Secrets in a day. Now, I can do that in a day. So, theoretically, the thing that is holding me back is building. Now, once this Goonhammer list is out of the way, what I've got is I've got a couple of commissions to do. So I've got Vulcan Histan, not the Primarch. I don't know where he's gone though. He was here. Oh, he's back there. I've got Vulcan to do. I've got the Regimental Advisors, a Primaris Psyker. I've got what's he called? Hector Rex and Eisenhorn to do. Those are some character commissions that are coming up. I then got a bunch of I've got a bunch of Blood Angels to do as well. I will do those at the same time. Oh, I've also got the I've also got Kill Team Octaria, so the Veteran Guardsmen and the Commandos and the Terrain. So I've got all that to do. Lumineth. Now, in theory, if I'm really disciplined and really good, and I work really hard between now and the end of the year, you should see Lumineth in the next sort of 10-ish weeks, give or take. But no promises. Keeper of Secrets in a day. Yes, Alex, the Keeper of Secrets was done in a day. It was a very long day. It was a very long day. Still have some 3rd edition blister packs, lol, posted on your Discord. I will have a look at that now, Chewy. Discord. Oh, those are some serious... Oh, that's a nostalgia hit. That is a nostalgia hit I needed today. That's dead cool. I know what you do need to do. The Pepsi challenge. I do need to do that. I do. I'm going to try and get it in for the next chat. Hopefully we should be able to find some individual ones. I'm currently plagued by Nurgle, not COVID, thankfully. All I managed recently was basing and priming 20 grots. That's pretty good, even if you're ill. I tried filming a tutorial when I was ill once and it did not go well. I had to leave it to the next day. That was one of those times where I was ill on the Wednesday and I needed to basically paint a video, paint a miniature and edit the video for Thursday night. Because obviously my releases are on Thursday and a Sunday. And I was like, so I filmed it anyway, and then I had to redo all of the audio because it was just me going, so next up what we're going to do is we're going to be painting, oh Christ, I was like, delete that. Let's do something a little bit more upbeat. Shiny Benny to anyone who can figure out which video it was. I'm not going to tell you. Do love the way you paint. Changed how I paint. You've got a Discord. I do have a Discord, Jordan. You can get access to the Discord by becoming a YouTube channel member or by becoming a Patreon subscriber. Evening all, sorry for being late. Had a bit of a celebration thing going on. Ooh, what are you celebrating, Marty? Please share so we can celebrate with you. Barry White paints with contrast. Now, that would be something, wouldn't it? That would be a hell of a thing. Your retirement. Well, congratulations, Marty. Congratulations. Everyone say congratulations to Marty. To Marty. Remember to pronounce with T's. Early retirement. I must admit, I'm not 67. I thought I'd put some retirement music on for you. I've never heard this song before, but it's cool. It's called Dreaming Out Loud. Okay. So now, we've got to do this. So I need a blade. Where's my blade? There's my blade. There's blade. Wait, what? If you like this, you need to check out September 87 and the Midnight 80s Synthwave. I will check them out. evening, Mr. Noob. That might make it a bit easier. Okay, I need a straight edge. Straight edge, straight edge, straight edge. So I need to do a cut down there. Oh, tabletop ready. Thank you very much. You are my boss now. I must do as you say. I need a ruler. Do I have a ruler up here? I might have a ruler downstairs. Alice, if you're watching, can you bring me a ruler? If you're not watching, chat, shall I shout down at Alice to bring me up a ruler? Or shall I just go and get one? Shall I not be rude? I love your moral support. Thank you very much, Philip. Go get one. I should go get one, shouldn't I? Right, I'll tell you what I'll do. Whilst I'm going to get a ruler, I will turn up the music. I'll be back. And we're back. That looks like a straight line to me. Get off, magnets. Oh, it's perfect. Roll out, Autobots. Smashing. Okay. So now I need to know Amazon. My orders. Magnet shop. Okay. Doesn't actually say which side is the more easy peasy lemon squeezy. Watched your videos on Grey Knights, Thousand Suns and Bellicor. It actually improved so much of my painting and I started this April too. Thank you so much for the donation, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm glad I could help. We've got plenty more Grey Knights and Thousand Suns videos coming. Where do I get the Discord link from? You should be able to see it as a post in Patreon. If not, I will message it to you. Yes. We've got Strike Marines, we've got Purifiers, and we've got a Nemesis Dread Knight. Thousand Suns, we've got Zangors, got Magnus the Red, we've got Scarab Occult, and Zangor Sorcerer as well. Right. So now I need to get a ton of super glue, don't I? And super glue these in. See, they feel magnetic that way around. Maybe I do need to stick the matte side down. Chip in for those awful speed paints. Oh, thank you very much, Ross. I should probably... Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to quickly load up I'm going to see what Duncan does in his video. Because that seems like the sensible thing to do. So he sticks it in. What looks like matte side up. But I kind of want to do it with the stick the shiny sides. Okay. Worst case scenario. We can just stick another bit in. Super glue, here we go. All the super glue in the world. Oh, it's just Duncan over Dom. Mine are matte up. Shiny side of that is much more. Let's just go with matte down, shiny side. No. I don't know. Let's go with shiny side up. Like I said, worst case scenario. It's the most riveting content you've ever seen, right? Shiny side up. God, that's a strong super glue smell. Might have to open a window after this. Oh, I need a bit of... Oh. Oh. When do you do Uno night? Do we do Uno night? We could start doing Uno night. That's some strong advice there, Dom. Some very strong advice. Put your head in the box and close the lid. You won't care what anyone puts on YouTube then. No, you should bang on with that. We've run out of music. Let's get some more music on the go, shall we? Let's go with this. Back to the 80s. Bring the funk back. Right, now I need to glue some magnets onto our greater demons. So presumably if I just... I reckon 4 might do the trick. What do you reckon, gang? Four? Should we go with 4 per? Oh, wow, it's really raining. Hey, Rich. You doing more video games with Reza? Yeah, we will do more. He's got Grey Knights that he needs to paint for tonight. I did ask him earlier. I was like, "Do you wanna play some more Total War tonight?" And he was like, "Do need to get that done. Can always add more." Yeah, I suppose. I just reckon if the magnets aren't strong enough, I'm gonna have to buy some more. I don't know where I'm gonna get them delivered next day. Well, Amazon, obviously. Let's move you out of the way. Guess I should start painting my models for Goonhammer. Yeah, you probably should, mate. Are you going to upset me now, Richard? These bloody demons are in the way. Okay. There's one. You'll probably only need about 10 for the big boys. Don't say that. You've only got 13 models to do. Just the 13. You're going to upset me now, Rich, aren't you? I spent 2 weeks. Spent 2 long weeks getting my army ready. Alright, well they're gone forever now. Okay, we've got 4 on there. Right, we're gonna try to recover those magnets I just dropped using this knife. So I'm just gonna. Aha! Much easier to find than, for example, a Space Marine head, which you'll never find on this grey carpet. Okay, that's 4. to see if it even adheres. Not really. Now the question is, okay, I'm going to need some stronger magnets. Ugh. To Amazon we go. Right, I need to look up what I've bought in the past. Yeah, but yours actually look good. Yours look very good too, Rich. Okay. What have I bought in the past? Orders placed in 2021, not just in the last 3 months. I think you'll get them done in time, my man. Okay, so that's 3mm by 3 by 1. I think what I've just used is 3 by 2. Yeah, 3 by 2s. So I need 5s. 5mm by 2mm magnets. And I need them here tomorrow. 6mm by 2. I use 8mm by 3mm deep. Okay. Eight millimeter by 3mm. 8mm by 3mm magnets. It helps if you search for the word magnets and don't just end up with a bunch of screws. Eight by 3. Free delivery by October. No, I want tomorrow. 8 by 3. Free one day. Get it tomorrow. Eight millimeter by 3, yeah, Dom? It says here, if I order these in the next 28 minutes and 40 seconds, I will get these by tomorrow, October 20th. What size base is it for? It's for this size base, really. For Bellicor and company. It's just for those big guys. I'm just going to buy now. Hopefully this works. Five by 2 works for great for infantry, but 3mm deep works better for bigger bases. Okay, thanks, Matt. I've just ordered some 8x3s, so my hopes are resting with you, Dom. Okay, so now that experiment is over, and we leave that to dry for overnight, at least the box is done. So now it's dry brushing bases. So for that, I'm going to require Tyrant Skull and some kitchen roll. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, well. Don't worry. I'm not gonna blame you if it all goes wrong, Dom. You just won't be invited to the wedding. We can just get rid of the keyboard now. That's what we can do. Has anyone here ever seen or watched Crazy Ex-Girlfriend? When's the event? It is on... I'm travelling on Friday. So to answer your question, the event is on Saturday. I need to paint those skulls. If anyone has ever watched Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, this song is very much reminding me of a song from that. Get ready for full-scale clowning in Nottingham. Absolutely. Go Team Warhipster. We are going as Team Warhipster. We're going to hold up the bottom of the competition. Or, as discussed on the Tale of Many Warhipsters, we're going to come joint first. All three of us. Somehow. There's only 3 players that could win it. Going into the final game. Yeah, we're refusing to play the final game, so we all win. Because we are Team Warhipster. We win together, we lose together. Was it Clear Eyes, Full Hearts Can't Lose? Clear Eyes, Full Hearts Can't Lose. Friday Night Lights, right? If you do any events next year, I'm up for joining Team Warhipster. Looking forward to next tale. Damn Adam and his wanderlust. You hear that, Adam? We'd like to have gone Goonhammer maybe next year. You can join Team Warhipster Tabletop Ready. You're more than welcome. Everyone is welcome to join Team Warhipster. We've run out of music again. We filmed it yesterday. I edited it to... No, we filmed it... Is it Tuesday? Yeah. We filmed it... We filmed it Sunday. I've edited it today. It will be out tomorrow. So you don't have to wait long for Tale. Also, once I've got these pink horrors finished, this week you will be able to see, tutorials-wise, Plague Bearers of Nurgle and Pink Horrors of Tzeentch. Isn't that exciting? The public awaits, Adam. The public awaits for the Tale of Many Warhipsters. And Tale of Many Warhipsters Chapter 5. When is the deadline for that? I know when the deadline is for that. It's the week commencing the 15th of November. I have no idea. Oh, I do know it. I've actually, for Tale of Many Warhipsters Chapter 5, the thing I'm painting is what I'm doing right now, which is a bit of a cheat, but I did promise I would do some other stuff as well. So maybe I'm going to do some blues and brims as well. I prefer Plague Bearers of Tzeentch. Do you know, I'm such a noob with demons that there are going to be times where I'm going to say, so we're going to move the Bloodletters of Slaanesh. Oh, I mean the Demonettes of Khorne. Oh, I mean, and it's going to infuriate somebody who is going to be... I guarantee you that I'm going to get there and like the first game is going to be like demons versus demons. I haven't done a mirror match in a long time. Hello, Mr. Boob. God, all of the Warhipsters are in tonight. All of the Tale. We need to organise, and by we I mean me, need to organise the Warhipster Open Day. How many chapters are there going to be? There are going to be 12 chapters. It's a good length for a book. We are a quarter of the way there. No, a third. Chapter 4. Is there a Zangor video coming? There is. There is indeed. There is going to be a Zangor video on the way. I just need to film it. I've got the recipe down and I've painted 7 of the 10. But I wanted to do the video as long as it had the twist bray. I think that's called. The twist bray and the icon as well. Oh, and the instrument. As I want to do with these sort of demon... Well, Zangors aren't really demons, are they? They present as them, but they're not. Well, they're beastmen. They're mutants. 6 for one project, 6 for another. I was thinking that. I was thinking of starting a next project, because once I've done the blues and brims, I do have a Spoilpox Scrivener actually, and a Sloppity Bilepiper. So once I've done the blues brims, the Spoilpox Scrivener, and the Sloppity Bilepiper, I've painted all my demons. Although I do need to get a Great Unclean one as well, so maybe I'm not quite done. They are unclean. I may or may not be reading the Templar supplement. Ah, the beautiful, beautiful Templar supplement. Do you know what, Adam? I'm very glad this weekend we're not going to be facing Endless Templars, because we had to submit our army lists way before. So presumably, oh yeah, and the release cutoff was before that, wasn't it? So even if you were going as Black Templars already, you can't use the new book. Yeah, I need a Great Unclean one to complete the set. Yeah. I have a Great Unclean one, but it wasn't painted by me. It was won. I won it in a giveaway. Many moons ago. I tried to figure out a way to bring all of the big monsters, but I think I was just losing too much by trying to force all 5 in. And I wasn't going to not bring Bellicor. Because dropping Bellicor is the thing that gives me so many more points to work with. He is 360 points. Or even the Contorted Epitome, because it's 210 points. But it just brings so much to the army. The Contorted Epitome is just so good. +1 to cast. An aura of You Can't Fall Back. -1 leadership with the correct psychic power. Phantasmagoria, I want to say. Contorted Epitome is very, very good. It can also mix it up in combat. It's no slouch. And it's a herald, so if any demonettes join the fray, they get +1 strength. So what's the list? Nothing to see. Well, nothing to see. The list is a Lord of Change with 20 pink horrors and 2 units of 10. So that's the Tzeentch component. It's very simple. The Lord of Change is the Warlord. He has incorporeal form, Aura of Mutability, or whatever it's called, and he has the Impossible Robe. I basically have an unkillable Lord of Change. 3+ invulnerable save. Shrug on 6s. Any successful shrugs heal a wound. Subtract 1 from the damage. From any damage that the Lord of Change suffers. And it's -1 to hit as well. He's my Warlord. He's also my way of like not giving up to the last too easily. I have to really, really focus on him to get him. And I have to be really, really unlucky. So that's the Tzeentch component. The Khorne component is a Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage with 30 blood letters. And I will be paying in every game 2 CP to put the 30 blood letters into Deep Strike. So I have a blood letter bomb. That's the Khorne component. The Slaanesh component is a Keeper of Secrets. 3 units of 10 Demonettes. A Contorted Epitome. And Bellicor. It's 2,000 points on the nose. Which means I automatically win. Have you thought about your secondaries? I have. So in the test game I played with Dom, he was very gracious and he came and helped me out. I did engage on all fronts to the last, and because of the scenario we were doing, I did direct assault. I believe there's another one I should have taken. Stranglehold? Is that what it's called? Painted enough blue horrors. I've not painted any blue horrors yet. Unfortunately, I didn't have the points to split the horrors. I opted to take 2 units of 10 rather than a unit of 10 that could split out. It's just target priority, right? And it gives the opponent more things to shoot at. It gives me more scoring options as well. So I've got the Bloodletters, 3 units of Demonettes and 2 units of Horrors. I've got 6 scoring options with Obsec, basically. I did want to do the thing, but like, I think there's an argument to be made that dropping some Bloodletters to get them to split out would have been a better idea. But 30 Bloodletters is my I need something dead unit. It's I need to kill that thing, because they will. They just... It is very rare for them to not kill the thing. It's also a massive footprint, and it's a big, big target that if my opponent doesn't deal with it, and they, you know, everyone can deal with it. If my opponent doesn't deal with it, they basically have a choice between killing one of the Greater Demons or killing the big unit of 30 Bloodletters. The Greater Demons are really good. And the Bloodletters are really good. So, no Daddy Nurgle section, unfortunately not. It's Bellicor's fault. Deep striking units are essential for this edition. Yeah, I mean, 30 Bloodletters is quite hard to place. Like I said, it's a massive footprint, but... It will come down, and it'll just, you know... I can always use Warp Surge to make them a little bit more survivable. But I do start the game with a mighty 1 command point. A mighty 1 command point. If I put the Bloodletters into Deep Strike. It's not Legion of the First Prince, unfortunately. It's Chaos Demons. I'm just going as Chaos Demons. Unfortunately, Disciples of Bellicor is really good, but basically I need to paint some Chaos Space Marines to justify, in my mind, taking Legion of the First Prince. Sorry, Disciples of Bellicor. Legion of the First Prince is Age of Sigmar. But if I get some Chaos Space Marines done, which I do want to do, I want to get a Master of Possessions done as my first Chaos Space Marine for it. Yeah, Dom faced it. He had a great time. He loved it. He thought it was a really nicely balanced, easy to beat. Good luck, Team Warhipster at Goonhammer. Keen to hear how you get on. I will be doing constant updates. I'm sure I will jump on Instagram Live with Adam and Rich. I haven't talked to Adam about this yet, but should we do a lunch time? Sorry, like a pre-game warm up in the car, and then do a. Good night, Dom, and good night, Nothing to See, and good night, Ross. Yes, come to the dark side. We have cookies. Plane. See, what I might do for the Chaos Space Marines component is I might paint every unit as a different different legion, so it looks like a warband of disparate but then I also just want to do like a horde of World Eaters, but in Legion of the First in Disciples of Be'lakor you can't take the God Legions, so you can't take I have to go as well. Night, everyone, and thank you, Josh. Alright, night, Mark. Thank you very much for hanging out. I'm getting these tufts on. Sounds like you're doing bedtime stories on CBBS. Night all. Are you going to bed as well, Mr. Boob? Do 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 do. It is a tough job. Do 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 do. Yes, they are GW Tufts. They're the old ones. Do 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 do. I think the new Tufts went on pre-order this weekend, didn't they? The violent green ones and the sort of deserty ones. See, I'm using scissors to make this pack last as long as I possibly can. Because Midland Tufts no longer exist. I really do need to sort out those skulls. I shall do that after I've done all the tufts. You still here, Adam? My bedtime also. Night all. Good night, Cheery. Do you glue them on or use the glue already on them? I use the glue already on them. They don't. I used to use some glue to keep them on the base, but it is so unnecessary because the glue on these is already so sticky that it's good enough. It doesn't need super glue or anything like that. Let's make the banner fight in a very grassy place. You've got everything painted, haven't you, Adam? You're not having to madly hobby the night before. I mean, I know it's not the night before, but this is like the latest I've ever left it for a tournament. Normally I'm done like months in advance. Same list you took to LGT. Awesome. Because you were toying around with taking a Exorcist, weren't you? Then we left 1, 2. I have this feeling that, like, because you've not faced any of the Conclave lot when you've been at the previous 2 tournaments, right? I have this feeling, Adam, that round 2, I'm going to be facing either you or Rich. And then in round 3, I'll be facing either Rich or you. No, neither of those are nice for me. The best thing about fighting Rich is I will get to bring back a I will get to bring back a demon's character. I'll get to bring... Basically, I'll be able to fight him with one extra Greater Demon. If his Grey Knights kill any of my Greater Demons. But there is an outlying chance that I'm going to face a lot of Grey Knights armies, because there's quite a few Grey Knights players going to this one. Grey Knights and Thousand Suns, there's a lot. Thankfully, I've got the Psychers to be able to deal with quite a lot of it. And I've got quite a lot of mortal wounds protection. Particularly on my big guys. Especially if something tries to smite, for example, the Contorted Epitome. That has a 2+ feel no pain against mortal wounds from Psychers. Which is a bit good. Both can stand up against an epic table flip. Oh, there's trouble at Team Warhipster. They appear to be fighting each other. I just bring my cats. I will. I'll take pics of every table flip. I mean, every game. There'll be pictures. There'll be videos. There we go. Tuft's all done. Let them set for a little bit. So now it's just the rims. And then the army is finished. Do 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 do. When the going gets toughed, the tufts get discontinued. Good night, Mick. Thank you for hanging out. I once got hit over the head with a metal tea tray for obliterating my mate constantly at Speedball 2. It's just a game. What results would you be happy with over the weekend? Whew. Stop using my background music. I will not. I'll turn it up if anything. What results would I be happy with over the weekend? I'd like to win one. And I think I've got the list to win one. Normally I say like a 50-50, and I always surprise myself. Like in a five game tournament, I got to the point where I think my average was pretty much 4 and 1, which I was really happy with the Blood Angels. I don't think I'm going to get 4 and 2 with the demons. I think it's probably more likely to be like maybe 2 and 4. I mean, a wooden spoon is entirely likely. We have no idea how competitive the field is going to be, but one would assume it's going to be a very competitive field because it's at Goonhammer. I might be bringing the nicest list. No, that's not true. But like, I'm running an old codex. I'm running a pretty army. So yeah, I think same, Adam. I think 1 win, I'll be happy. Rich, I'm hoping for 4 and 2, but I think I could easily go 3 and 3. Yeah, it's going to be spicy. Do you know what? Like, if the 3 of us can get our games done nice and early, we can just go and play Dungeons and Dragons in a corner. Or go for an early dinner. The field is very competitive. Oh! Am I going to have lost my first 5 games with a grand total of like 15 points from each one for getting painted? And even my last game will be against Skitari. There's always going to be one clown with about 10 AdMech flyers. Yeah. There's going to be several. Submarine it. Lose your first game and you may get easier games. It's how I do it. Yeah, no, that's my advice always to people who want to have a fun tournament rather than win it. Lose the first game. On purpose if you have to. Now, I have this nasty habit of winning my first game, going pretty much all the way to the top table, and then getting spanked so hard that it puts me right down. It's like at LGT when I went a few years ago, 3 years ago. I won my first game by a considerable... I tabled my opponent turn 2. He was bringing a lovely Imperial Fists army with some repulsors. I just had a Baneblade that killed both the repulsors in 1 turn. And the heavy bolters made short work of a lot of stuff. I tabled my opponent in turn 2 and then just scored max points for five turns. So then I went all the way to like table 6. Just stay away from AdMech and Drakari. Look, I'll have fun if I don't play 6 AdMech armies. But I'm guessing, because I was looking at BCP. I wonder how well this will show up on the phone. BCP. Upcoming. Goonhammer. Roster. So yeah. When I was looking through it the other day, all of the gaps... It doesn't look like there are any gaps now. Oh yeah, no, there's one. When I was looking through it, there was a bunch of gaps where you couldn't tell what the army was. And all of them, I was like, they've got to be all AdMech. I didn't see my own name there. Have I been ejected? Oh yeah, there I am. Chaos Demons. Oh, we can see the lists now. Can't see the pairings yet, though. Is your new phone... Is it your new phone or your new webcam you use for your videos now? I use my phone for my... So I've got an iPhone 13. Which does some pretty cool stuff. It's really good for taking photos on it. So like, there you go. Look at that. Because it has this macro mode, which is really cool. Don't know how well you'll be able to tell. So that's really cool. But what I haven't used yet, and I will, is the cinematic mode, which is a bit cool. So, cinematic mode is just gives you a lot of really cool thing. But yeah, if I just like record this and then I'll play it back for you. You can even see this guy. See what I mean? I think it does have some anti-shake on it. Mostly it's just my hands. It's just ridiculously smooth as well. Like, as a... Like, it operates at a ridiculous hertz. But yeah, there you go. Hang on. It's a bit cool. Right. What FPS can you film in? You can film in same as the normal ones. However, so what it's got is it's got really good. This one has got really good low light. So actually, if you were filming in the dark, it looks really, really good. So in fact, shall I show? Shall I demonstrate? So like, this is in, you know, I've got this. I mean, if I do that, you'll be able to see how big that light is. And there's the camera. But yeah, it's a big old light. So if I turn this all the way down, do you see how it compensates for the low light? If I turn it all the way up as well, it compensates against that as well. So if you kind of film in a slightly darker room like I do, it's brilliant. That's why the Pro with the 3 cameras is really good, because it just lets in more light. So again, if I turn that all the way down, it compensates for the light. It looks really good. But you can film in, where is it? Am I just being a fool? Ah, camera. So you can record video 40k at 60 FPS. 40k? 4k at 60 FPS, 4k at 30, 4k at 24. You can also turn on HDR. There you go. Those are all the options. So I film at 1080p at 60 FPS. But like, you can do that. The thing is it just... In 4K, it just looks way too buttery smooth for me. Also, I can't edit it in 4K, but look at that. Will you start recording videos with that? Not in 4K. The reason why is because I can't edit in 4K. I don't have the processing power. I tried it. Trajan is mostly filmed in 4K. But it broke halfway through, and then when I was editing it, that broke halfway through, and so on and so forth. It was just more of a pig's ear than it needed to be. So I'm not going to start filming in 4K just yet. If I can get enough people subscribed to my Patreon and enough people subscribed to YouTube, where I'm not just breaking even, barely, I will be buying a better computer for which to edit 4K, and so I can make that step up. I'm going to break someone's face if I'm 0-5 and face Admech. Rez, you know it's just going to be you and me fighting each other over and over and over again. By some quirk. Can you not edit on your phone? I could edit on the phone, but that is more hassle than it's worth. Because I would have to export it to iMovie anyway. Which I can do, so you can edit on the phone, drop all the footage in line, and then pop it onto the computer. The problem is, as soon as it goes onto the computer then just goes, can't cope. And to play games. Yes, Rez is correct. I would love to wake up tomorrow and have... Just imagine Total War without load times. You cheeky bugger. I wish I could play Total War without load times, but I'm poor and I can't afford a new computer. All right. Right. They've probably cured enough. Do you guys want me to stay on for a little while longer and continue doing these base rims? Or are you bored and you want me to go away? If anybody out there knows of any rich sugar daddies who want to join Patreon or donate money to me so I can get a good computer so I can edit all my videos in 4K, please do send them my way. Rest, thank you so much. Stay. Playing Among Us in 4K at 120 FPS. Okay. Thank you very much for hanging out, Tabletop. Ready? Michael. Mate, I'm already a member. You are already a member. And that's why I love you. You know, the best way to do it, as we discussed at the top of the stream, the best way to do it would be to put a video out. Sorry, distracted. Mate, I'm already never bored but been awake since 3 AM, so feeling it now. Do people on stream want to see Josh paint some black Templars? Of course they do. I can ping the Templars over tomorrow if you want. Ping them over after Goonhammer, because if they don't arrive, I won't be here. You know? Unless you overnight them to me. Or just bring them with you and I'll take them back on the train somehow. But like, yeah. What I could do. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the best way for me to get lots of subscribers very quickly on my Patreon and on my YouTube memberships would be to put a video out that says I've been sent a cease and desist letter by Games Workshop. So I now just have to move everything onto Patreon, or just tell everybody I'm retiring because I'm worried I'm going to get a cease and desist letter. So everything's going to go onto Patreon. That's the way to do it. Guys, my livelihood is not under threat. Quick. Axe or sword? Or win the lottery. I could win the lottery. That would be a way to do it. I think you should go for the sword, Rez, because the sword is... The sword is just very... It's very Templar-y. Sigismund used a sword. He's one of the handiest Space Marines ever with it. But the axe is cool. Don't know, mate. Can't really help you there. Tell them the animation you don't produce has been taken down by the evil corporate dogs. Yeah, that's how to get rich on Warhammer Patreon. I have seen the rules, Kataro. I have the book. Oh boy. Bastion Carthalos is possibly the greatest model ever. His rules are ridiculous. Kazran, just wanted to thank you for your videos. Really helped me learn so much better how to use them. Oh, thank you. You're very welcome. Anytime. Plenty more to come. We ain't stopping. So many videos. Contrast paints, that is. Yeah, no, I figured. If anything, I use base and layer paints badly. But contrast paint, I use them very well. Thank you. No, very, very much. Thank you very much. It's very, very kind of you. Do 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 do. Get some more Abaddon Black on there. You wouldn't need another Dominion box or a Kill Team Octarius one, would you? I don't need Kill Team Octarius. I've got 2 Kill Team Octariuses. One for me, one for Javier. And I really don't want to paint another Dominion. I can't wait to paint Helbrecht either. I am very much looking forward to it. Oh, I still haven't done the bloody skulls. I'll do those in a minute. We'll have to do another layer of this. So trying to get it perfect first time. So we'll put a skull one over there. You don't have skulls. You don't all have skulls. Okay. So you're clear of skulls. Are you clear of skulls? Yes, you're clear of skulls. Helmets aren't for everyone. My instinct wouldn't be to put helmets on them. I would always go helmless for a character such as Helbrecht. To be fair, I haven't even seen what the helmet... I don't think I've seen what the helmeted one looks like. What do you mean no hug for me? I don't know what it looks like. I'll have a look at it in a minute. Yeah, we can all agree that. You know the thing I don't like is when people give helmets to characters that don't have helmets. Like, I've not seen a single good helmeted Trajan Philorus. Like, not a helmet that suits him. Like, if you stick a Custodian Guard's head on it, it just makes him look really weird. Like, the Sagittarium helmet might work on Trajan Philorus, I don't know. But, like, I just don't like it. I'll have a look at helmeted Helbrecht in a minute. I'll look at I'll look at Helbrecht's helmet in a minute. Let me just keep getting this on. Well, helmeted Valerian just about works, because he is just a basic Custodian Guard, you know. The Custodian Guard helmet fits Valerian because he is just a Custodian. The Captain General would not just wear a basic Custodian Guard's helmet. His armor is so extra that the helmet not being extra just means it doesn't fit. You know? Guilliman, helm or no helm? I would always go no helm with Guilliman. When I painted Guilliman a long time ago, I did do him with the helm. But I didn't like it. I bowed to peer pressure on that one. So I painted the helmless. I painted the bear head later. That is a skull. Time for some airbrushing. See, if you're using an airbrush, Rich, I'm fairly confident that you'll be able to get your 13 models, was it? 16 models? Done in time? Who else has got a... This one hasn't. Let's do him last because he's so damn tall. He's not got a skull. I'm very, very excited for this tournament. I'm excited to see Rich and Adam. I'm excited to see everyone else that's going to be there. I'm excited to see you too, Mr. Gwatkin. It's been a long time. It's gonna feel really good once the last rim goes on, you know. 14 is a multiple of 7, so that's a good omen. That is a great omen. I would say that if at this point you've got 14 models left to go and you're playing as Death Guard, or even just Nurgle Demons, but if you're playing as Death Guard and you're at this point you've got 14 models left to go, you're going to win Best Army. Just posted helmeted version on to General on Discord. Oh, awesome. Oh, Mr. Helbrecht. Do you know who my favourite Black Templar is? It's the guy in Fall of Cadia who... Not Fall of Cadia, Rise of the Primate. Well, he is in both, but... Well, he's technically in all 3 of the Gathering Storm. He's technically in all 3. It is the Black Templar in that becomes the Emperor's Champion. And then he has a one-on-one with Scarbrand. Where he's just like, everybody escape, I will take the demon. And Gilliman's like, don't be stupid. Oh, he's already on his way. And he disappeared from view for a bit. And Gilliman's like, well, that was a senseless waste. But then just as he's about to escape through the webway portal, he turns around and because he feels Scarbrand's presence. Because everyone does. Everybody gets all corny when they're around him. And he sees Scarbrand coming towards him. And he's just got the black blade of the Emperor's Champion jutting out from his chest. And Gilliman is able to keep enough of a sense of himself that he goes, no, I'm not going to charge headlong into a fight with a greater demon. I'm going to shoot that sword. So he does. And it explodes. Effectively killing Scarbrand. Would have been good to meet you guys. It would have been nice to meet you too, Mikey. Not with me going, well... You're using an airbrush, Rich. That means you win. I'm using a smelly old brush. When do you think the Warhipster Open will happen? Me and Rez have been trying to get a game in for a long time, and I think it's the only way it's going to happen. When will it happen? It'll be next year, hopefully. Oh, we've got a skull over here. What are you doing? Get over there in the skulls pile. I'm always open, mate. Yeah, if that's how I have to get members, that's how I go and get members. Bow, wow, wow. There we go. Boom. Yeah, it'll be next year. I'm hoping in the summer, like June, July. That'd be quite a nice time to do it, I think. Could also be potentially when people have some time off as well to be able to come. Is this you finished with the demons then? Yep, I've just got to paint 4 skulls and probably give another swizz over the bases on some of them. But yeah, that's it. Demons done. 2,000 points. Demon list painted in 2 weeks. 2, 4, 6. D1, 2, 3, 4. 64 miniatures in 2 weeks. 64 in 2 weeks. That is precisely 63 models more than Quipster paints in a year. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Need to paint 5 more. I do need to paint 5 more. Do you want me to paint... Rich? Do you want me to paint these 5 blue horrors? To make it 5 more? I mean, technically, guys, I painted 74 models. It's just 10 of them didn't make it into the list in the end. Get your Black Templar video out then with the new boys. Yeah. Thing is, I've done Black Templars. There he is. I will do more, obviously, because you're going to send me the Black Templars. So the scheme will be basically the same as this, unless you desperately want me to do something else. Like red shoulder pads or yellow guns or whatever. But there's my Black Templar. That video is available now. $69, baby! And it all started, to think, guys, that it all started with Be'lakor. And the stream decided to unfocus the camera. Thing is, right, I'm gonna ask you all now here. Whilst I've got you. What do I submit as my best mini? Do I submit Be'lakor? Is Be'lakor my best mini now? Is My Lord of Change my best mini? You know? Or is it drop him? Or is it this? You want the pink horror on the left? This one. I'm going to submit that as best model. Okay. I'll submit a pink horror to the best model competition. Lord of Change, it's a treat for the colourblind eye. Be'lakor. What I might do is wander over with them all on a tray and just see what else has been submitted. And just be like, any other Be'lakors? No votes for the Keeper. Interesting. Interesting. No, Josh, the Keeper looks like it was painted in a day. Done a terrible job on it. 6 out of 10, that army. Thanks. Look at that. That's a contrast cloak, that. That cloak right there was done with contrast paint. And that tail. Look at that tail. Oh. Do you reckon I could? Do you reckon I could overnight a bunch of nameplates from Versatile Terrain to put on all of the models that just say contrast painted? This was painted with contrast paint. I can't wait to show it to you in person, Rich. That looks like that's glued. Nameplate saying not speed paint. Hashtag not speed painted. Yeah, Rich. I have to order some more magnets because the ones I've got aren't strong enough. But this is how I'm going to transport the big boys. Yeah, it's just not strong enough. magnet doesn't move when it's in. You probably can't see that. There is one magnet in there, but yeah. I'm probably gonna fill it with foam because they're doing best painted army. They are doing best painted army, Mikey. Philip Eagles, I gotta go before I pass out. Have a great week, y'all. I will. Have a good sleep. I'm gonna go as well in a minute. I found that sheeting isn't super strong even with strong magnets. Oh, don't worry me. I'm gonna submit my Castellan Crow. You can if you want. Do you want me to bring it so you can submit it? I want to get steel sheets to line the bottom of my tubs. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. You can submit it if you want, Raz. Because if you win Best Model for Castellan Crow, technically I won it. I was about to say to Adam, if you want, do you want me to bring my Morphin Vial so you can submit that? But that feels like insulting to yours because yours is very, very good. See, I reckon if I could get a bit of steel that I could put in this one, I could magnetize to that. Because they all fit in that case, but I'm just not confident that super gluing these into those would stick. Good night, Marty. I need to head off too. Got a meeting in the morning. Yes. I'm currently procrastinating by bluing my nids and sorting out Valerian and Trajan at the same time. I am too procrastinating. I should probably call it a night there and go and say goodnight to Alice before I do the next round of bases. I've also got a video I need to edit tonight. Because these will need a second layer of Abaddon Black, just to make sure they're nice and smooth. I finally finished painting all my Dominion Stormcast and I'm super happy. Awesome, Jack! I'm in bed about to go to sleep. It's very erotic of you, Rich. No, congratulations, Jack. That's a big accomplishment. I can't wait to paint more Stormcast. I will get to them. I want the Vanquishers and the Vigilors and Bastion Carthalos and the Knight Relictor, and I want the Storm Drake Guard, and I want Krondys and Karazai, and I'm getting Krondys and Karazai for sure. I want all of it forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Eventually I'll paint my entire Sacrosanct chamber that I've got sat in a box as well. That'll be fun. But I think on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to call it a night. So, thank you so much for watching. Thank you very much for the super chats. It's very generous of you, thank you. It is because of those sorts of things that I continue to do the thing that I love to do. And thank you for those who bared with me, who stuck with me at the beginning when I was having a bit of a moan. But yeah, the Goonhammer list is finished. Huzzah! We did it in 2 weeks. So, have a good one. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time. Happy wargaming, ladies and gentlemen.